This is my recap of the trading week of July 1st through July 5th for our afternoon trade and MIT or morning impact trade. Overall, the week, it was still a decent week, but it started off a little bit rough Monday going into Monday night. That started us off on a downturn. Now, these trades were executed rather well. I will show you one mistake that was made on those trades. Given if that one mistake never would have been made, it actually would have been just a perfect break-even week. Still, no growth would have happened. But even with those trades that were taken, it was a drop overall of 1.1% with a win percentage of 53.8. Take out that one mistake, and we would still be sitting just about 60% win percentage. Okay. Average ratio as far as our average win and average loss is a 402 win and a 661 loss, which is actually a very decent ratio. Just would need a little bit slightly higher win percentage for this to be profitable. Now, when we look at the overall orders that we took here, you can see a good amount of orders, you can see a good amount of wins, but this €1 US trade, this is the one that was the mistake, and this is the one that I want to show because it really did offset the entire week by making it so we ended up losing an additional $1,000 compared to what should have actually happened. If we still would have taken the trade, but done the correction I'm about to show, it would have ended up being a $500 win, which would actually make it to where we would have had a $500 profit for the week. So let me show you what that mistake actually would have entailed. So this is the for the afternoon trade. This was Monday night, which is going to show up as Tuesday over there on that FX Blue. So with this trade that we did, what I'm looking for is I'm looking for all my thin orange indicators across the top here on my 1 day, 8 hour, 4 hour, and 2 hour to be pointing up, or my green major, which is this one here in the middle, to be pointing up, or of course our pressure indicator, the green and the red, to be pointing up. I need at least two of these three things to happen on each one of these time frames. And so when we look across the top here, we have three of the thin oranges up. We have the 1 day, 4 hour, and 2 hour. We have the major up on the 1 day and the 2 hour. And we have the pressure up on all of them except for the 2 hour. So there is a couple pieces missing, and it's mainly that we can only get 1 point up here on our 8 hour chart because we can see the major and thin orange are down. So this didn't really qualify for the trade, but when going and looking at our support and resistance levels over on our 1 hour chart, the trade actually fits really, really well that it should be able to profit. The one mistake that was really made here, beyond that 8 hour not giving us the signal, is the fact that the stop loss was placed here at 200 with the take profit up here at 100. Okay, and the mistake is that normally we do just place a stop loss here below the low. But what we also see is that there is a big gap from the close of the market on Friday to the open on Sunday. Now, when that gap happens, generally that gap is going to be filled up sometime within the next week. So the smart thing to do would actually be to put your stop loss down here below kind of the low that was created right before the gap was set up. So if I would have actually placed the stop loss here at 350, which I actually discussed on the afternoon trade webinar, and I should have just done it, but I went with the closer take profit to see if we can get the quicker win, which as we now can see, or will see, this was the mistake. So if we would have put the stop down here, the trade would have approached a whole lot different. Okay. You can see how the market goes and sits right on where the close of the market was on Friday. And it barely moves any lower until it starts to turn back up towards our profit. So my original call that I should have put the stop loss outside the gap was correct. So I made the mistake by putting it just at 200 because this does continue to run and it breaks through that 2-to-1 profit up here at 50%. So like I said, this could have been a completely different shift. It would have been a $1,500 shift. So instead of losing 1,000, we would have made about 500. Okay. And it does end up setting up the week a whole lot differently than the way that it ends up because of this one trade. Now, we also had the 4th of July, so there was no trading Thursday during the morning or Thursday night. So we ended up losing 2 webinars. And so with not having an opportunity to take, several more trades, whether in the morning or in the afternoon, it did limit the ability to come back from as low of a Monday as it was. So overall, I still feel like it was a really good week. There was a good set of trades that were done. A lot of them done, of course, Dow, Nasdaq, and on the euro. But some very profitable trades both in the evening and in the mornings. Um, but yeah, a great week. And if you want to learn more about what it is that we do, please reach out to us here on our YouTube channel. We would be happy to respond and give you more information. Thanks.